kailangan ng tumukod. Ano? We open this action-filled weekend. We open this action-filled weekend with top-notch youth basketball action. Potek. Ah. Action-filled weekend with top-notch youth basketball action. Open this weekend slate of games with top-notch youth basketball. We open this weekend slate of games with top-notch youth basketball action. Live from Tanauan City, Batangas, we start with 14 under action from the South Division as one team fights for pride against another squad still vying for a spot in the playoffs. This is the continued live coverage of the country's premier youth basketball league, Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. As we take a look at the games for today, first, we will have the Mindoro Berbets going up against Dasmariñas Don Pacundo for A Hoops. And then later on, we will have Bawan Cafe Uno and Las Piñas. And the last three games will be between the Muntinlupa JKLV Emeralds versus the Batangas Baraquitos. And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joel Parcon alongside my partner, Coach Noy Africa. Coach, good morning to you.
Yeah, very good morning to you, and you're so full of energy today, Joel.
Yes, of course. It's an energy-filled weekend because we have a 9-game slate for today dito sa Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL, starting with our first game dito sa 14 and under division between the Mindoro Berbets and the Dasmariñas for A Hoops.
Of course, these two teams at the bottom half of the standings, of course, Mindoro still winless in 7 games, so definitely enough motivation for them to try and pick up a victory today.
And of course, in their last game, the Mindoro Berbets, as you mentioned, they are still winless, and they lost by 33 points to the Palawan Urich Builders.
Yeah, in that game, they allowed Palawan to shoot very well from the field, 48%. They were severely out-rebounded, 51 to 39. And, they really need to take care of the basketball better because they turned the ball over. They allowed Palawan to steal the basketball 22 times and allowed them to have 20 second chance points. So definitely a lot of work needed to be done here by Mindoro.
And on the other side, you've got the Dasmariñas Don Pacundo for A hoops. They won against the Bawan Cafe Uno in their last game.
And definitely a very important victory here for Dasmariñas, getting that 5-point win against Bawan Cafe Uno. They shot very well from the field, 41%. Although they did struggle from the three-point area, only 2 out of 16, they were able to negate this by scoring at will inside, scoring 42 points in the paint and had 25 fast break points.
And let's now turn it over to our venue announcer, Mr. Danzel Santiago, to begin the hostilities. This is 14 under action in the South Division.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, Junior MPBL fans. Welcome to Team 1 of Poblacion here in Tanauan City, province of Batangas. This is the Season 2 of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. The basketball action continues between the 14 under of Mindoro Berbets and Dasmariñas Don Pacundo for A hoops. We are live on our official Facebook page and YouTube channel of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. And now it's time to meet the starters from your Mindoro Berbets. Guard number 9, Nigel Ocampo. Also guard number 39, Omar Mendoza. Forward number 6, Skyler Corsiga. Also forward number 16, Lowell Peña. Playing center number 20, Gadriel Balitza. Head coach of Mindoro Berbets, Evels Lampinas, assisted by June Bautista. Team manager, team owner, Bong Bernabe, Ivan Nocom. And now it's time to meet the starters from your Dasmariñas Don Pacundo for A hoops. Guard number 12, Dave Rabbi. Also guard number 34, Lawrence Sombocon. Forward number 28, Michael Baharzo. Also forward number 29, Stevenson Himbar. Playing center number 24, Kane Gallas. Head coach of Dasmariñas Don Pacundo for A hoops, Alfie Guance. Assisted by Archie Bernardino. Team manager, Maynardo Tombocon. Team owner, Alfie Guance, Ryan De La Salle.
As we take a look at the starters, the Doray team starters for Dasmariñas, we've got Dave Rabi, Lawrence Tombocon, Michael Fajardo, Stevenson Himar, and Kane Gales. For Mindoro, you've got Miguel Ocampo, Omar Mendoza, Kyler Corsiga, Lowell Peña, and Cadriel Balita. So we will try to see, of course, the Mindoro Berbets still looking for their first win, fighting for pride, playing for pride here. And they have been embattled throughout this tournament, Coach Noy.
Well, but still, you're always scared to go up against these teams without a win yet. That's what we normally call a trap game. You're prone to some sort of complacency. Cannot afford to do that against a team who has all the motivation in the world trying to pick up their first win.
And they score the first 4 points of this ball game. As that's Corsiga with a basket.
Early half-court pressure from Mindoro.
And I actually saw that earlier while the starters were being called out. Coach Ives Lampinas immediately telling his players what kind of defense they were going to employ. As they force another turnover here on the Dasmariñas Don Pacundo for A hoops. The Mindoro Berbets will get possession back.
And then on the flip side, Dasmariñas also employing the same kind of defense.
As that's a miss by Corsiga there. Running downhill. Tombokon spins and gets the basket plus the foul.
Well, in that last win over Bawan Cafe Uno, Tombokon finished with 14 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 4 steals. He's actually averaging 12 points, 3 rebounds. So par for the course here for Tombokon, who will probably still try to be the leader here, stats-wise, for Dasmariñas.
And he completes the pound for pound three-point play there. And they get another turnover here on the attack. That is short on the floater by Himar, but they get the ball back. Going up for 3. That's in for Fajardo.
It looks like they had a lot of shooting drills, because the last time they played, they only shot 2 out of 16 from the three-point area.
And that is one of the things that a lot of teams here in the junior MPBL still are developing.
Yeah, that's
that
really
outside shooting.
That's really what you want to see, especially in this era. In the Olympics, you saw how Steph Curry just shot the lights out, especially in that final game against France.
And that just goes to show the Steph Curry effect, how he has changed the game. And Dasmariñas, after falling behind by 4, went on an 8-0 run. Cut short there by that shot.
So we're gonna expect both teams to try and push the pace. That's why they're putting pressure on the basketball, hoping to force turnovers and get out in transition.
And that's a miss by Mendoza after he shot that jumper earlier. Running down court, no look pass, but Fajardo just barely able to get control of the ball. Here's Tombokon on the attack once again, goes up against 3 white shirts and picks up a foul.
I like how he is able to navigate the defense, finding those cracks in the defense and able to get 2 free throws attempts.
He will have 2 chances at the line to add to his total. He already has 5 points so far. First one is short. This is, of course, the first of 3 games between these two teams. We start at the 14 and under division. We move on to 16 and under later on, and then, of course, 18 and under. And then after that, it will be Bawan versus Las Piñas. And a whistle is blown.
Didn't quite catch what the call was, but this is my first time here in the Tanauan
How are you
gym.
liking it, Coach?
Very cold.
As that drive is good for Ocampo.
Not much resistance right there from the Dasmariñas defense.
Here is Tombokon once again, drives through the basket and makes a shot.
I love the confidence being shown here by Tombokon, just taking anyone defending him to the rim.
On the other end, Gales protesting while also admitting to the foul. As we take a look at that previous play, that was Ocampo not minding the bump.
That's sometimes the problem when you're trying to pressure the basketball high. You tend to create some gaps on your defense on the interior on the other end.
As we take a look at Coach Ives Lampines of the Mindoro Berbets. And that was taken advantage of those gaps by Ocampo and getting that layup on the other end. In and out is the layup by Himar, but the putback is there by Fajardo.
See some skill there coming from Fajardo, able to navigate to the other side of the rim, finishing with the reverse.
And he gets a steal here. Will attack, kicks it out. Baseline jumper, no good for Rabi. 4 blue shirts, and there's a spin by Rabi. But he passed it at the last second while drawing a foul from a Mindoro player. Early substitution here for Mindoro. That's Enriquez checking into the ball game.
That is pretty lean bench for Mindoro, only having 4 players.
And that has been a perennial obstacle for the Mindoro Berbets throughout this season. Fast break opportunity foiled by Dasmariñas. Here's Tumbocon. You know he wants to attack. Goes up and in.
See a lot of confidence and skill from Tumbocon, just continuing to get into the paint.
As a foul will be called, and sprawled on the floor is Balita. And I think Tumbocon wants to hit his average as early as the first quarter. He's already got 10 points so far.
15 seconds on the shot.
That was that earlier layup by Tumbocon on the attack, giving Dasmariñas a 6-point lead. 3-point shot by Peña is in.
Nice to see both teams already hitting from the outside. Mindoro in their last game only converting 1 out of 8.
So they now have as many 3-point makes as they did in their last game. As that short shot is in. Here's the pressure once again from Dasmariñas, broken up by Mindoro. Peña with 5 straight points.
That's what you want to see when teams trying to break the pressure. You move the basketball by passing, not by dribbling.
As a jump ball situation, jump ball is called there, and the ball possession arrow will point to Dasmariñas. Going back to your point, Coach, yeah, whenever a team employs the press, you always go with the pass. They always say that the pass is faster. As the shot clock expires, but a foul was called prior to the shot clock expiring, so it will stay with Dasmariñas. They're currently up by 3, 17-14, with 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And there's another steal by Mindoro. Mindoro showing a lot of energy here in this first quarter. Enriquez thought about the 3, hesitated, and usually that always results in a traveling violation.
You're going to keep on hearing that wherever you go, whenever you hesitate, that's when you commit those mistakes. And Enriquez that time being called for steps.
And so the ball will go back to Dasmariñas.
So far, Mindoro's not looking like a winless team. They're keeping in step with Dasmariñas, but the problem is, of course, they only have 4 players on the bench, so fatigue could be a factor.
That probably will be one of the major factors moving forward to the later quarters here, as they force yet another turnover on Dasmariñas.
It's already 4 turnovers for Dasmariñas, who need a better job taking care of the basketball.
Mendoza wanted to get it inside Corsiga. No, that's not Corsiga, that's Garcia. They will retain possession of the ball with 12 seconds on the shot clock. Pass is picked off and running right off. Oh, sorry, miss on the fast break layup there. Ball goes out of bounds. And we'll go back to Dasmariñas. That was Cordero with a sorry miss on the layup there. Sporting a high armband.
Haven't seen that in a while.
And foul will be called there on Garcia. We've got 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Who still wears the armband that high nowadays?
I cannot recall any player from the NBA or even our pro leagues here in the Philippines.
A little higher would have reminded me of Ben Wallace.
But then if he did that, he'd have to go with the afro as well.
Something I wouldn't be able to do.
So that free throw brings the lead up to 4, 18-14. With 35 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Shot missed there, but the putback is in for La Sala.
There's resiliency there for Mindoro as La Sala able to get his own miss.
Here's Dasmariñas three-pointer on the way off to the left. And we've got less than 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. Last shot time. Garcia. And they run out of clock. So at the end of the first quarter, the score is 18-16. It's a 2-point lead for Dasmariñas. Don Pacundo for A Hoops. We'll bring you the second quarter in a bit. This is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL.
Junior MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Klaro na to, huwag kang
Don Benitos, pambansang kasama. Hikaskid, empowering women by redefining beauty. Pound Active for quality sportswear. Red Dynasty Seafood and Hot Pot Restaurant. Winford Resort and Casino Manila.
Unang laro para sa araw na ito, Mindoro Berbets versus Dasmariñas Don Pacundo Hoops. Sino nga ba ang unang team na mananalo? First game pa lamang, ngunit si Coach Yves of Mindoro Berbets ay kabado. Ito ay sa kadahilan ng kulang ang kanilang players because of conflict of schedule, at kabilang na dito ang kanilang key players na si Punzalan at si Ching, at ito din ang kanilang big men. Kaya naman umaasa si Coach Yves sa kakayanan ng lahat ng kanyang players na naiwan, at kinausap na sila na kailangan nilang mag-fill in sa kanilang key players na naiwan. Sino nga ba ang mag-step up sa game na ito? Back to you, Joel and Coach Noy.
And thank you for that report. The third member of our panel, Richie Sangalang. So as you were mentioning a couple of times in the first quarter, Coach, yes, Mindoro Berbets with only 9 players, and the 2 of the players who are not with them for this game are key players for them.
Well, so far they've been doing pretty well in the first quarter, keeping in step with the Dasmariñas, only down by 2 after 10 minutes of play. But then again, you know, teams, when they get to the playoffs, they shorten the rotation. So it's you only need 5 players on the floor anyway.
Exactly. And let's just hope that these Mindoro Berbets were doing exercises to increase their stamina. so that they can last 14 minutes.
Well, they were full of energy when we came in, like around 6 a.m.
Exactly.
So I'm pretty sure they still have a lot left in the tank.
As that lead pass doesn't result in a fast break shot attempt. So Mindoro on the attack. The bump. No foul called there. As here's Dasmariñas. Turnover forced by Mindoro. Up ahead. Shot is up and short from Mendoza.
Right now, both teams just looking to push at every opportunity, but here, Dasmariñas will be forced to play in the half court.
As Cordero has shed his armband.
As we were talking about it.
Probably just wanted to try something new. And it didn't work for him in the first quarter, so he took it
He
off.
missed the layup, so he just took it off.
As a foul is called there, heading to the line for the Dasmariñas. Don Pacundo for A Hoops is Rabi. Dave Rabi averages 5.2 points, 1.2 rebounds, and 2.6 assists in 18 minutes of play.
Again, for, when you're a team that's still winless, you look at the team standings, you find someone who's just 2 wins ahead of you. That gives you some, some positive energy coming in, because it just might be your opportunity to finally pick up your first win.
Exactly, and that is the situation that Mindoro finds themselves in now, winless in 7 outings, but Dasmariñas, on the other hand, they are just 2 and 4. And you can even say that despite the fact that Mindoro has not yet won in 7 outings, and they are in last place at 12, Dasmariñas with 2 wins is already at 6th. So the disparity is not that big. The gap is not that big from 12th to 6th place.
Actually, even a win could probably give you still an opportunity to make the playoffs. So everything not yet over for the Berbets. And if you remember, this Mindoro squad actually got all the way to the national finals in the first season. Again, it's different management now, but still, you still have that winning tradition of carrying the Mindoro name and actually making the finals.
Take a look at that pound for pound foul counted play. Timeout is called on the floor. This timeout is brought to you by Nature Spring. We'll be back. And of course, we'd like to take this this opportunity to thank our sponsors, Pound for Pound Fitness, and you've got Doride Bola ng Pinoy, the official ball of Junior MPBL, Pound Active, Wing Bowl, Nature Spring, provider of safe and affordable drinking water to Filipinos, Jinky Skin, Chris Jacob, and Don Benitos, provider of premium Filipino delicacies. The free throw is off, and there was a putback attempt that also didn't go in. And finally, the ball will go back to Mindoro.
So again, the smaller Berbets having a little difficulty controlling the rebounds. And so far, they've been out-rebounded 15-9 in their last game against Palawan, out-rebounded by 12.
And just going back to the report of Richie, the two of the players who are not available for today's game are their big men. So that goes back to the possibility of them once again losing the rebounding battle as Fajardo misses a layup there. And two Dasmariñas players falling on top of one another.
That is the second missed layup in transition. Breakaway layups for Dasmariñas.
They have to make good on those opportunities. Almost a backward violation there, but was able to pass it out just in time. Second chance! That was an interesting shot.
Yeah, no look shot.
No look shot from underneath the basket. You have to appreciate the hustle of both teams here as that shot finally goes in for Himar.
Right now with no real rim protection from Mindoro, you'd expect Dasmariñas to just keep attacking the paint.
And finally, they get a fast break layup. That's Rabi with the shot for his third point.
With 8 fast break points in the game are Dasmariñas squad. That's a turnover again for Mindoro.
Speaking of turnover, let's turn you over to Richie for a report.
Dasmariñas Don Pacundo Hoops coaches Alfie, Archie, Yi, and Gobara are very clear with their goal coming into this game, and that is to win again. The coaches said although they won over Bawan Cafe Uno in their previous game, it was just a lucky win since during the second half na lang sila nakabawi. This time they are ready. Coaches advise the players to do their warm-ups and start strong and end strong. Umpisa pa lang ay dumipensa agad, ayusin ang team dynamics at mag-all-in na. They are doing quite well in the first half. Magtutuloy-tuloy kaya ito? Back to you, Joel and Coach Noy.
Thank you for that report, Richie. And yes, they are doing quite well right now. They have a 9-point lead, 28-19 with 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go. They started strong, but Mindoro was able to keep in step with them. Right now, they are slowly moving away.
Again, like we said earlier, a win by Mindoro would actually put them in a position to still make the playoffs. But in the same way, itong Dasmariñas, if they win, they move up in the standings and try to get a better position coming into the playoffs. Sometimes it's just not being able to qualify in the playoffs, but also to get the right positioning and probably get a favorable matchup for you to be able to move up and proceed into the later stages of the playoffs.
Of course, positioning very important. Right now, there are two teams that don't have wins yet in the South Division. One of which is Mindoro, the other one is Leyte. Although Leyte has only played 3 games so far. And that fast break shot is in for Mendoza. So he now has 4 points. And Mindoro continuing their full court pressure, resulting in another turnover by Dasmariñas. And that is a pound-for-pound foul counted play for Enriquez. Pound-for-pound fitness, B Liga ready. Let's take another look at that. That, of course, came from a turnover forced by the Berbets off of their full court pressure.
And what you liked about the Berbets, when they got the basketball, they weren't looking to dribble. They were looking to pass it forward, and the defense of Dasmariñas just not able to get back right away.
They were unable to convert the 3-point play, and the triple try also doesn't go in for Balita. Balita is the tallest player on the floor right now for Mindoro, but he gives you the feel of like more of a stretch big player.
But once again, it's Tumbokon just, his eyes just light up, just attacking the paint, trying to find the gaps, able to use the pass fakes effectively to get to the rim, but ball was taken out of bounds at the baseline.
And here's Tumbokon once again on the attack. Spins the layup. He's blocked by Balita.
He needs to work on the finishing a lot more itong si Tumbokon, but you can see already how he's able to navigate the defense using his footwork, using his handles to get all the way to the basket.
As Balita will get a well-deserved rest. And another turnover forced by Mindoro on Dasmariñas. That is turnover number 10 for Dasmariñas. But Mindoro gives the ball right back for their 15th turnover. Coach Rivas bringing in two new players. Less than 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Three is on the way, and that is in for Fajardo. I believe that is his second triple of this ball game. Floater is up and in. For Peña. Check that. That was the third three-pointer already for Fajardo earlier, and he is getting into the groove, scoring yet again. It's Fajardo and Tumbokon as a foul is called on the other end. Garcia going to the line for two. That's Coach Ives Lampines of the Mindoro Berbets giving instructions to his wards.
Well, despite it's starting to feel like Dasmariñas starting to try to pull away, Mindoro still able to just hang around, making enough plays to still keep in step here.
As we will head to a timeout brought to you by Nature Spring. This is 14 under action in Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. We'll be back. And it is currently a 6-point lead for the Dasmariñas Don Pacundo for a hoops 33-27 over the Mindoro Berbets with 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Joel Parcon bringing you the action alongside my partner, Coach Noy Africa, and Richie Sangalang on the sidelines. And battling for the ball there, Fajardo and Garcia. Parang kinalatkat na ni Garcia yung si Fajardo.
But what you like right after that play, he picks him up from the floor.
Exactly. Here's Tumbokon. Expecting to receive it right back, and there it is. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Goes up, and too strong off the back iron. Ball is loose, goes back to Dasmariñas. Shot is bothered, but the putback is there for, I believe that was Emmanuel Candare. And Mindoro immediately calling a timeout. The layup by Fajardo was blocked, but the rebound and putback was there for Candare. This timeout, of course, is brought to you by Nature Spring, provider of safe and affordable drinking water to Filipinos. We've got 29 seconds to go here in the second quarter. The score is 35-27, 8-point lead for the Dasmariñas. Don Pacundo for a hoops, and that pass is wayward, goes back to Dasmariñas. Fajardo for three, that's short. Put back attempt, no good for Tumbocon. Attacking to the other end. Layup doesn't go in, but a foul is called.
That time for Dasmariñas, no one there to stop the basketball. So getting all the way to the rim is Peña. Very crucial. I mean, it's still very early. We're still in the first half, but very crucial how both teams will be able to end the first half, hoping that you bring in whatever momentum that you take to the half. Could be something that you build on and springboard off in the third quarter.
Exactly, and I think that was one of the reasons why Coach Ives called that time out, because he wanted to map out a play. Unfortunately, they didn't. They weren't able to convert. But there, that's Garcia with another pound-for-pound foul counted move, brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness. Be Liga ready.
We've been seeing both teams, giving up rebounds off misses from the free throw line, and cannot afford to make that kind of mistake, giving up second opportunities for these teams.
And Garcia, his free throw is no good, but he gets the ball once again. 6 seconds to go. Miss by Peña there. 1 second. They need to hoist this up, and they run out of clock. And so at the half, the score is 35-29, a 6-point lead in favor of Dasmariñas. Don Pacundo for a hoops. We'll be back. This is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subo, Junior MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino, liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Yo, ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumangkas ang iyong loob, ha? MPBL, araw mo na.
Mga kaliga, kasama natin ang assistant coach ng Mindoro Berbets, Coach June Bautista. Coach, the team is having quite a hard time keeping up with the scores of Dasmariñas. Matanong ko lang, ano po ba sa tingin nyo ang magiging adjustments ng team nyo in the second half of the game?
Going second half, kailangan namin malimit yung turnover. Sobrang dami ng turnovers namin, tsaka nafa-foul trouble yung mga guards namin. Nahirapan din kami dun sa main man nila kay Tumbocon, medyo nakaka-score ng madami. So kailangan namin malimit yung main man nila. So yun po.
Also, Coach Ives said na madami ang kulang na players today. Kasama na dito ang inyong key players and big men. Matanong ko lang, sa tingin nyo, sino kaya ang magdadala na player from your team, or sa tingin nyo, sino ang magsi-step up in this game?
Tingin ko, team effort naman, lahat naman nag-a-adjust sa kulang na players namin. So lahat, tingin ko kaya naman umiscore. Kaya namin to sa second half.
Mga kaliga, Assistant Coach June Bautista of Mindoro Berbets.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL
would like to thank Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos, ang pambansang cassava, Nature Spring, #1 bottled water in the Philippines, Pound for Pound Fitness, Be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear.
Red Dynasty, offering comfort Chinese food and overall 5-star experience. Winford Resort and Casino Manila, a luxury integrated resort.
Wing Bowl, It's like coming home. Chris Jacob Collection for affordable but quality daily perfumes.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL.
Would like to thank Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos, ang pambansang cassava, Nature Spring, #1 bottled water in the Philippines, Pound for Pound Fitness, Be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear.
Red Dynasty, offering comfort Chinese food and overall 5-star experience. Winford Resort and Casino Manila, a luxury integrated resort.
Wing Bowl, it's like coming home. Chris Jacob Collection for affordable but quality daily perfumes.
Special thanks to City of Tanauan, Province of Batangas, Mayor Sonny Perez Collantes, and Mr. Wilfredo Dodong Ablao for hosting today's game. Maraming salamat po.
The score at the half is 35-29, a 6-point lead for Dasmariñas Don Pacundo for A Hoops. As we take a look at some halftime highlights. And it was early on, the Mindoro Berbets scored the first 4 points, but immediately Dasmariñas went on an 8-0 run, led for the entire first half. As we take a look at some halftime stats here, Coach.
As you can see, Mindoro shooting well from the field, 52% against just 36% for Dasmariñas. Usually that's more than enough for you to actually hold a lead, but so far they haven't had a taste of the lead. Pretty much it has been Dasmariñas for pretty much the whole game. As you can see, Dasmariñas doing a better job shooting from the outside after struggling 2 out of 16 in their last game against Bawan, shooting 3 out of 9 now. They're controlling the boards, 24 rebounds against the 16, and more importantly, they have 15 offensive rebounds already. As you can see also, Mindoro and Dasmariñas not really taking care of the basketball well. 16 turnovers for Mindoro, 11 for Dasmariñas, but Dasmariñas has been converting those turnovers better, already scoring 16 points off turnovers against out of the 16 turnovers by the Berbets.
And Dasmariñas for the season so far, they are averaging 22 points off of turnovers, so they are on pace to exceed that for this ball game if they continue with it. And both teams actually employed full court presses. And there were times that the Mindoro Berbets were able to break that press and get fast break layups, but several times Dasmariñas was able to get the ball. They muffed a couple of fast break layups, but for the most part, they were successful in converting those turnover points.
So they could have easily have had 20 points of turnovers already, save for those misses on those layups. But so far, Mindoro has been doing a good job sticking around, and if you're Dasmariñas, cannot afford to let them hang around, especially when you start hitting those kinds of shots.
That is a pound-for-pound foul counted play. Nice pass fake by Ocampo, then launches the three, then getting fouled. So he will have a chance at a rare 4-point play.
I'm not gonna jinx it.
But
I still did.
Yeah.
Pretty
But
much.
the fact that you said that you're not gonna jinx it, you probably jinxed it.
But anyway, for Dasmariñas, you already have 2 players in double digits, Tombocon and Fajardo with 10 each, while Peña leading the way for Mindoro with 8.
And it was Peña who had a good scoring run late in the second quarter. And Tumbocon passing that ball late, and it was stolen by Balita. Balita trying to maneuver around 2 Dasmariñas players. Jumper is up, no good. That's rebounded by Dasmariñas, and that's Tumbocon with a layup.
I'm just gonna keep saying it. I can see a very confident player in this kid. You know, able to catch that basketball. One motion, went up for the off-foot layup. And even if you watch him play defense, he doesn't really try to stay in front of his man. He's trying to be very unpredictable and trying to catch them off guard for those steals.
As that three-point shot doesn't go. And yeah, this kid Tumbokon doing pretty well. He's now at his average. Cordero, he has worn the armband once again, but it's now a wristband.
And you don't even see kids wearing the wristband anymore.
Exactly.
Not as much as way back, as we see that the truck LED already inside the venue.
So we will be seeing, the audience will be seeing themselves on our LED wall sooner or later.
I like how Rabi also very confident in attacking the basket, able to finish off the spin.
And it seems a lot of the attacks of these Dasmariñas players is off the spin. That might be something that they actually practice.
That's gonna make me dizzy.
Here's Rabi with the layup, misses. Put back, still nothing going. Third time is the charm.
Those offensive rebounds really hurting Mindoro, already giving up 12 in the first half.
Another missed fast break layup. Rabi, that seems to have taken a lot out of him.
That's 3 missed layups already in the game for Dasmariñas. Could be an even bigger lead. They still have a 9-point lead now, but Mindoro still very much in this.
As Enriquez has checked back into the ball game for Mindoro. Mindoro breaks the press. Here's Balita underneath, gives it back out. Enriquez misses, and it's rebounded by one of the two wristband bros. Shot is up, no good. But getting that ball back is Cordero. Rabi being harassed by Ocampo. Screen. And that's Rabi with a short shot, prompting Mindoro to call a timeout. This timeout is brought to you by Nature Spring as we take another look at that last shot by Rabi. The score is now 43-32. We'll be back. And the score is 45-32. It is now, 43-32. It's now an 11-point lead for the Dasmariñas. Don Pacundo for A Hoops. Joel Porcon alongside my partner, Coach Noy Africa, bringing you the action with Richie Sangalang on the sidelines, bringing us more insights on this ball game. And once again, that is another turnover for Mindoro. This was one of the things that Assistant Coach Jun Bautista pointed out they needed to improve on this second half.
But so far, they've been outscored 8-3 here in the third quarter.
As that is a block and traveling. All smiles. Is Hiponya, Japeth Hiponya.
I did say earlier that Mindoro does not have much of rim protection, but already 5 blocks for them against none yet for Dasmariñas.
Open shot for Balita. It was given to him by Garcia. As on the other side, that's Himar with a shot. Enriquez misses, rebounded by Cordero. Not Started up by Balita and jump ball. So possession arrow points to Don Pacundo. So the Dasmariñas Don Pacundo for a hoops.
Right now, Mindoro seems to be rushing their shots. Need to be a little more patient, especially since you need to conserve energy having the shallower bench.
That might be an adjustment they will need to do as a missed point blank shot. Tumbocon will take it himself. That's short on that shot. Here is Mindoro. La Sala, nice pass to Enriquez, but he could not make the shot. And Enriquez did not establish his position on the court yet before getting that ball, as we've got a report from Richie. Richie, take it away.
Isa lamang ang binabantayan ng coaches and players ng Mindoro Berbets at ito ay ang key player ng Dasmariñas na si John Lawrence Tambocon dahil ito ay kilala at madalas na rin nilang nakakalaban. And on the other side of the court naman, the coaches of Dasmariñas Don Pacundo Hoops already saw this coming and knew that Mindoro will be putting all of their attention and efforts to Tambocon. Kaya Coach Alfie asked Tambocon na umiwas muna and asked the other team players to assist and help Tambocon in the game. Tambocon scored 10 points during the first half and is continuously doing good in the game. Would luck be in their side again? Back to you, Joel and Coach Noy.
Thank you for that report, Richie. So, Coach Alfie asking Tumbocon to play more of probably a decoy or facilitator's role here in this ball game.
And I feel like he could naturally be a playmaker with the way he has been able to navigate the defense. He's been trying to give up those flashy no-look passes, but his teammates yet to convert. That's why the assist number is not really that high yet, only 2 for Tumbocon. But he has been consciously trying to set up his teammates.
And this has been a conversation that we've been having about that assist statistic.
Oh yeah.
Right? How it's not necessarily a big indicator of how well a facilitator a player is.
Sometimes, you know, people would just look at the numbers without actually watching the game, and you wouldn't be able to see how kids like Tumbocon can actually, they're not selfish players. It's just that their teammates unable to convert. That's why they cannot pile up those assist numbers.
Exactly. And oftentimes probably because of the fact that they feel that their teammates are not converting, they put it upon themselves to be the ones to actually do the scoring.
But that's what you like about what separates good to great players. They know when they want to take over the scoring, but for most good players, they know when it's time to just set up your teammates. When the attention goes to you, when you get your double, triple teams, someone's gonna be open, and it's just a matter of you finding those people and set them up for baskets.
And that will be an ongoing discussion that we will have,
Oh,
Coach
yeah.
Noy and I.
Yeah, for sure.
As Fajardo lines up a 3 off the back iron. Ball goes out of bounds and will go back to the white shirts.
Well, that's almost another offensive rebound there for Dasmariñas. Already in the game, 21 offensive rebounds. Wow. They have more offensive rebounds than defensive rebounds.
And so it doesn't really matter that they're not shooting that well. They were shooting 36% because they have high offensive rebound numbers.
They actually already have a plus 18 field goal attempts. So, you know, just like in Lotto, the more tickets you have, the more chances of winning.
As Tumbocon draws another foul on that attack. Peña called for the foul. 1 minute and 42 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And Tumbocon will be given a rest.
14 seconds on the shot clock.
That was a set play, but not converted. No look pass. 3 white shirts crowding that blue shirt. Tagad goes up and in.
sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
And we've seen that a couple of times here in this ball game.
They continue to get those offensive rebounds. Mindoro needs a better job of gang rebounding. They're not a very tall team.
And here is Don Pacundo once again forcing that turnover with that familiar play that weave up top. Here's Tagad. Tagad doesn't wait for anyone, goes up, just misses. And stepping on the sideline is Magnaye.
Just running out of real estate, trying to attack from the side.
As subs going in, Fajardo will be given a rest. As well as Peña.
14 seconds on the shot clock.
Here's Tagad. Geronio calling the play. Three-pointer, no good. Garcia getting the rebound, saving it to the right player. Nice fake. The shot is up and in for Sanchez.
Whenever they push the ball in transition, they've been getting some good opportunities, especially when they stay patient.
My bad, that was Mendoza. 2 seconds to go in the quarter. And that will be it for the third quarter. This score is 47-38, 9-point lead for Dasmariñas Don Pacundo 4A Hoops. That is the attack of the Dasmariñas Don Pacundo 4A Hoops. They take a 9-point lead into the fourth quarter. We'll be back.
Special thanks to City of Tanauan, Province of Batangas, Mayor Sonny Perez Collantes, and Mr. Wilfredo Dodong Ablao for hosting today's game. Maraming salamat po.
Sponsors, Doride, Bola ng Pinoy, the official ball of Junior MPBL, pound per pound, Biliga Red Tea, Nature Spring, #1 bottled water in the Philippines, Don Benitos, Pambansang Cassava, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear, Red Dynasty's Seafood and Hot Pot Restaurant, Whitford Resort and Casino Manila.
And we're just about to start the fourth quarter of this 14-under matchup between the Mindoro Berbets and the Dasmariñas 4A Hoops. Dasmariñas with a 9-point lead heading into the fourth quarter. Coach, a little bit of more of the same in the third quarter between these two teams.
But Dasmariñas doing a better job defensively, starting to put on the clamps here. Only limiting Mindoro to just 9 points in that third quarter, although they did only score 12, but that 3-point difference enough to give them this 9-point lead coming into the fourth.
And immediately that's Enriquez wiping out that 3-point pad of Dasmariñas after the third quarter. Beronia went straight to the hoop and immediately he asks for, he admits to the mistake, missing that layup. As we take another look at the 3-point shot from Enriquez.
I'd like to see Mindoro try to set up Enriquez again, as he has been already hit 2 3-pointers in this game.
And Magnaye called for the backcourt violation. And Mark Aaron Enriquez Averages 7.4 points and 3 rebounds for Mindoro. Of course, he will need to do a whole lot more.
And if you look at the numbers, Mindoro does not really look to shoot that three-pointer, but so far they've been very effective shooting the long ball. 3 out of 5 so far.
Nice pass by Cordero underneath. And that's Himar with a shot.
They continue to pound the paint where they've had the advantage. 36-24 in points in the paint so far for Dasmariñas.
And another turnover forced there by Dasmariñas. Coach Alfie calling for the shirt play. And I guess that's what the shirt play means. Tumbokon, take it to the rack.
So far that has been a very effective ploy in that third quarter. He only scored 2 points. But he was trying more to set up his teammates.
Which was what
Richie
was
reported.
reporting. But I guess now that it's the fourth quarter, it's back to him scoring. Let's take another look at that good connection from Cordero and Himar. 15 seconds on the clock, on the shot clock for Mindoro. And a foul is called on that three-point attempt. That's Beronio. So this will be 3 free throws for Enriquez. And we are starting to see Enriquez looking for his shot a little bit more.
We'd like to see him be more aggressive, especially since the defense will be keying on him after already hitting 3.
First of 3 free throws for Mark Aaron Enriquez is good. Bringing that lead down to 10, to 9, 51-42. And gets the second as well. He's 3 for 3. Despite the fact that I was calling every free throw.
Gets the lead down to just 7 points.
Here's Tumbokan once again. Bothered by the defense there, had to pull out. Himar misses underneath. Here's Enriquez. Looking to take over this ball game. Passes it to La Sala. Shot is short. Balita is there for the putback.
Actually, both teams doing a poor job boxing out, as that's another second chance point here for Mindoro.
Underneath, that's Gales. And he is fouled. And we'll go to the line for 2. So La Sala will step out in favor of Rosiga. First shot is too strong for John, for Kane Gales. Second is also a miss. Opportunity here for Mindoro to inch closer. Enriquez misses on the layup. Rebound. And Himar travels. And Balita is sprawled on the floor once again.
You're going to expect these kids to quickly get back up. Once again, Mindoro, an opportunity here to maybe still steal their first win of the season, 51-46.
They've got 7 minutes and 35 seconds to go to try and accomplish that mission. Ooh, knockout play, but the shot is short for Balita. Here's Cordero, pushes it up. Tumboko, the pass is a little too strong. Ball goes out of bounds and we'll go back to the white shirts.
Well, he was trying to time that perfectly when to give up the pass to Tumbokon, but a little too strong.
Here's Corsiga, gives it back. Enriquez. Get it back to the middle. Oh, pass could not be controlled. Go out of bounds and back to the blue shirts.
That's already turnover number 26 for Mindoro. They're lucky to actually still be in this game with the way they've been turning that ball over.
There, the layup is up and in for Rabi. Here's Enriquez, bottled up, he has to give it up. At the corner, the ball, and there's a 3-second violation called on Balita.
Was waiting for that shot to go up, but the shot didn't go up.
And he was still in there. Thus, he was called for the 3-second violation. Tagad gives it up to Tumboko and calling for horns. One horn goes up. Here's Tumboko, throws up the shot. A little wild. Mindoro on the fast break. Enriquez with the layup.
Has been missing some layups, not putting on the brakes this time. Enriquez able to stop on a dime.
And dribbling on the sideline was Tagad. Another prime opportunity for Mindoro to cut this lead down further. Enriquez gives it up to the corner. Peña for three. That's short. Rebound battle won by Balita. He will go immediately up for the jumper. Another offensive rebound for Balita. Rushing his shot a little too much. And speaking of rushing, Tumbokon couldn't control the pass.
Both teams need to show a little more patience. Those turnovers have been caused by just trying to rush everything already. 21 turnovers for Dasmariñas, 27 for Mindoro.
Here's Corsiga. Free at the corner was Peña. Shot is too strong. Ball was tipped and will go back to the blue shirts. As a timeout is called on the floor. Dasmariñas, Don Pacundo for a hoops calling this Nature Spring timeout as we take another look at that fast break layup from Rabi. We'll be back. And the score is 53-48. The Mindoro Berbets just have not been able to get through that 5-point barrier, Coach.
Yeah, and so far both of these teams have had a lot of missed opportunities here in the fourth quarter. Dasmariñas could have easily already broken away, but they've been turning the ball over while Mindoro just unable to convert on the other end.
And here's Tagad with the ball. Gives it up to Rabi. Asking for a screen. Fajardo. Ooh, he loses it to the sideline. Claiming that it was tipped by Corsiga, but our referees saw otherwise. Ocampo to Enriquez. He goes up for three. Off the front iron. Rebound. Going to Dasmariñas. Rabi up ahead for the layup. Yes!
Very speedy guard here for Dasmariñas, making some key baskets here in the fourth quarter.
Ill-advised pass there The shot is wild though for Dasmariñas. Himar to the corner. Fajardo for three. That's off the back iron. Putback is good for Himar.
Mindoro continuing to give up second chance points here to Dasmariñas, a total of 20.
Forsiga for three. That's short, but underneath was Garcia. He misses his shot as well. Himar, he is blocked!
Where did that come from? He's like a head shorter, but able to chase down.
Official timeout.
Such a great block, just turned the lights out.
Turned the lights out here at the venue. We have an official's timeout. We'll be back. And we're back here. In case you're wondering why we had to take that official's timeout, that block from, I believe that was Enriquez, was so strong that it took out the
video feed.
The video feed.
Usually you'd see someone shooting the lights out. This time
he blocked the lights out. As Rabi attacks, ball is picked off, and it is a jump ball. Good play there by Rabi.
Very scrappy player, but Mindoro gets a basketball, an opportunity. Oh, sorry.
The possession arrow is pointing towards Dasmariñas. Knockout play underneath. Oh, too strong for Rabi. Showing his energy here. Balita on the other side. He's fouled and will go to the line for two.
Risky pass by Mendoza, but able to hit his mark. So Balita will go to the free throw line. Still down by 9 points.
And it seems that I've been noticing that every time that Balita would go on the floor, hit the floor, he seems to be favoring one hip. And right now, I just noticed that he was favoring that hip as he was walking to the line. He might be playing injured.
Well, that's my life every day. Favoring my hips.
Yeah, that's our lives.
That's our lives every day.
Forsiga missing on that second try. And Dasmariñas finally getting the ball. Cordero over to Rabi. Once again on the attack. Rabi goes up, no good. Rebound going to Balita. They push it up once again. Enriquez. The short shot doesn't go in. Rabi, the little guy with a rebound. Cordero to Fajardo all the way underneath. Himar, the master of the universe. That forces Mindoro to call a timeout as Dasmariñas is now up by 11. 59-48 with 3 minutes and 31 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. We'll be back. Himar. 3 minutes and 31 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, Pound for Pound, BD Garetti, Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, Pound Active, Wing Bowl, Nature Spring, Jinky Skin, Chris Jacob Collection, and Don Benitos. Dasmariñas has jumped to an 11-point lead here in the fourth quarter. That shot from Magnaya, no good. Putback is in for Peña.
It has been a struggle offensively from the field for Mindoro. That's why even if they've been able to getting that lead down to just 5 points, not getting the basket that could break that 5-point barrier.
Exactly. As they give up another foul here, Cordero will go to the line for two. Peña called for the foul. And it seems that now Cordero has taken off the wristband, armband once again. So it might be first quarter and third quarter he will have that band on. Second and fourth, he'll have it off. As we take a look at Coach Alfie Guance of Dasmariñas, Don Pacundo for a hoops.
And since he took off the wristband, finally gets to score his first 2 points of the game.
Miss on the layup, but the putback of foul is on. The putback of foul is called. Take another look at that. Fajardo called for the foul.
Balita's figured prominently with his work inside the paint, but not a lot of conversions just yet. Only his 5th point of the game.
He's got 5 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 dives on the floor. As checking into the ball game for Dasmariñas is Michael Domingo. Two minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Dasmariñas up by 9, 61-52. Cordero missing on the layup. And Balita once again on the floor, but gets that possession for the White Shirts.
With the way we've seen Balita on the floor so many times, it's no longer news.
As Ocampo will now go to the line. Always a pleasure to call games with you, Coach, because I know that we'll have a lot of Tito jokes and puns.
So far, Mindoro has been struggling from the free throw line. Of course, he makes it because I mentioned it. So that's 10 out of 22 already.
That's what you call a reverse jinx.
That's 55%.
How will that go? Let's see. Because it was 55%. But a foul is called on the rebound play.
I don't think that's even right. My math is off. It's too early for math for me.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Free throw is in and out for Ocampo. One more chance for him here. We've got 2.5 minutes to go. Makes the second. Makes it an 8-point lead for Dasmariñas. Here's Cordero. He has become the primary ball handler here in the fourth quarter, as Tumbokan has been given a seat on the bench.
I think he's set to return on the next dead ball.
Here's Himar. Fajardo for three. Off the back iron. Balita wanted to push it up. Ball is stepped out of bounds by Domingo. and will stay with the white shirts. And as you said, Coach, here's Tumbokon checking back into the ball game.
21 seconds of the shot clock.
2 minutes and change here in the fourth quarter. Still a 7-point lead for Dasmariñas. Enriquez to Peña for three. That's too strong, but Balita is there. Reaches up for that rebound. Ball goes out of bounds though, but will stay with the white shirts.
With 8 seconds of the shot clock.
Shot clock did not reset because that shot by Peña did not touch ring. Here's Ocampo. Gives it up to Enriquez. Yes, sir!
He has been making the big shot so far for Mindoro and Enriquez. Another three-pointer cuts the lead down to the same. No, it's only 4 points now.
Here's Tumbokon. He's being harassed by Peña. Fajardo. That pass almost tipped off by Balita. The layup is up and in! For Himar. Has some words for Peña after the shot.
18 points now for Himar.
And Fajardo, poor decision giving up that foul.
See, once again, almost a steal there by Mindoro, but Himar able to get that layup and extends the lead back up to 6 points. And Fajardo will foul out.
And Ocampo going to the line for two. First one is in and out. Second one is in and out as well. Ball goes out of bounds, but will stay with the white shirts. 13 seconds on the shot clock. They want to get it to Balita, but the blue shirts were wise to it. Here's Cordero on the attack. Too strong. Rebound goes out of bounds and will go back to Mindoro.
Well, you'd like Dasmariñas to use a little bit of clock, but they've been rushing their shot so far.
We've got a Nature Spring timeout on the floor. We'll be back. That timeout, of course, was brought to you by Nature Spring, provider of safe and affordable drinking water to Filipinos. The score is 63-57, 6-point lead for Dasmariñas. With 1 minute and 8 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. And Mindoro opting to inbound the ball at on their court. Here's Magnaye. Enriquez got that three-pointer earlier. Ocampo on the attack. Ocampo, he is blocked. Tumbokon goes up and in. And the pass was a little too strong for Ocampo, and they turn it over once again.
You like how Dasmariñas did not look to waste any time of the recovery, just attacking in transition. Tumbokon with a big basket.
Bringing that lead back up to 8 with 40 seconds remaining. Miss on the three by Cordero. Magnaye. And he is fouled by Rabi. So Magnaye will go to the line.
Mindoro just unable to take advantage of those fouls, especially late here in the fourth quarter. They are being given opportunities to cut the lead down, but they've been missing. And just as I say that, they make a free throw, but so far already 16 misses from the free throw line, and they're down by 7.
That is a huge disadvantage for them. Huge missed opportunity as well, as Magnaye will give up the foul.
That's only their 14 fouls. Yeah, 14 fouls. Only 3 actually.
As Enriquez will get that breakaway layup. And he gets back-to-back. This is just a 3-point lead. And Ocampo called for the foul there, sending Tumbocon to the line. Oh, I'm sorry. They're not yet in the penalty. And after now,
last foul for them to give.
And and a timeout is called on the floor. Dasmariñas suing for time. As we take another look at that steal and fast break layup by Enriquez, followed up by another steal, and he made another shot after that. We'll be back. This is just a 3-point lead for Dasmariñas over Mindoro, 65-62 with 19.1 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Joel Parcon bringing you the action alongside my partner, Coach Noy Africa, and Richie Sangalang on the sidelines. Our referees briefing Cordero on what he can and cannot do.
Interesting decision by Dasmariñas to still inbound from the backcourt.
And an offensive foul will be called on Tumbocon. Ocampo drawing that foul.
Great pressure defense there by Ocampo.
Let's take another look at that. And there was a swipe, inadvertent as it was.
Dasmariñas, you look out for Enriquez.
He took his shot and missed it. Up ahead is Tumbocon. Balita chasing after him, but he will get that layup and the foul. That is a pound-for-pound foul counted play.
In the open court, I don't think there's anyone on the Mindoro lineup who can stop Tumbocon, who could have just iced this ball game.
And Coach Alfie Guance probably breathing a sigh of relief. Early 3-point shot taken by Enriquez. And Tumbocon misses. Enriquez gives it up to Ocampo, and a foul given up by Beronio as time expires. So Ocampo will take 2 shots.
Well, I thought he got fouled trying to hoist that one up, but the referees will give him 2. But the game already over, so no need for the jeering on the other side.
Exactly. And he makes 2 for 2. And Mindoro just missing.
67 to 64.
As the Dasmariñas Don Pacundo for a hoops win, 67 to 64 over the Mindoro Berbets.
They did just enough to pull off the victory here. A hard-fighting Mindoro squad looking for their first win, but will continue to be winless in 8 games.
And this will be a pivotal win for Dasmariñas as it gives them a better chance to move up in the standings and vie for that playoff spot. And we're just about ready to turn you over to Richie with our player of the ball game.
Have here our key player of the game, Stevenson Himar with 18 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists. Matanong ko lang, naging malapit ang laban, ngunit hindi nyo hinayaan lumamang ang Mindoro Berbets kahit isang beses during the game. Matanong ko lang, naging madali ba ang laro na to para sa inyo?
Sinunod lang po namin mga sinasabi ni Coach. Nag-training lang po kami ng maigi. Yun lang po.
Sa tingin mo ba ay advantage na kayo since nanalo naman ulit kayo ng isang laro?
Sana po magpatuloy na po yung panalo namin. Yun lang po.
May mga gusto ka bang batiin o pasalamatan?
Binabati ko nga po pala yung dalawang tita ko, tsaka yung mama at papa ko po, tsaka yung kapatid ko po. Tsaka shoutout rin po kay Sak Pascual. Yun lang po.
Also, thank you to Don Benitos for providing a scrumptious Filipino delicacy to our player of a game. Don Benitos, ang pambansang kasaba. Mga kaliga, Stevenson Himar, our player of the game. Back to you, Joel and Coach Noy.
And thank you, Richie Sangalang. Congratulations to Stevenson Himar. And the Dasmariñas Don Pacundo for a hoops 14 under team for winning 67 to 64. Up next, we move on to 16 under action, still between the Mindoro Berbets and the Dasmariñas Don Pacundo for a hoops. On behalf of my partner Coach Noy and Richie Sangalang, this is Joel Parcon. We'll see you after the break. This is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior MPBL para sa'yo, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, klaro na to, huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin. Isang pangarap, isang tagumpay, yeah. Gabay at pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga. Nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga ng bayan na to.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL.
Would like to thank Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos, ang pambansang kasava, Nature Spring, #1 bottled water in the Philippines, pound for pound fitness, be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear.
Red Dynasty, offering comfort Chinese food and overall 5-star experience. Winford Resort and Casino Manila, a luxury integrated resort.
Wing Bowl, it's like coming home. Chris Jacob Collection, for affordable but quality daily perfumes.
Special thanks to City of Tanauan, Province of Batangas, Mayor Sonny Perez Colliantes, and Mr. Wilfredo Dodong Ablao for hosting today's game. Maraming salamat po.